Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da, ta-da-ta-ta. Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da, ta-ta-ta. La 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 la
Sara Beysolow Nyanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs. So my role is to serve as the implementer for the President's vision. I do find the role of Foreign Minister one that's very rewarding because it is a way to take the domestic policies and branch out with it. And at the same time, you're making friends and partners for Liberia. Actually, I see it all as ministry. The reality is that there is a temple ministry and there's a palace ministry. You can serve in the church, pastor the church, be the one that's ushering and teaching and so forth. But you can also be the one that's in leadership in the nation that's called to bring shalom to the lives of God's people. The temple ministry is expected to reinforce the palace ministry. And so for me, the service to humanity that I've done in other roles I've had in the UN, and particularly this role, it's all about ministry. How do we make sure that in our service we are bringing shalom to the people? Well, praying every day for sure. And I should know that the president is also a believer. The president is a deacon in the Baptist Church. Strong faith. I have strong faith, and I exercise that faith by praying about direction, by praying about results. But because I believe in what God wants to do for Liberia, because I believe in what He's doing, I work in a way that says nothing is impossible because you know God's intent for the nation, His intent for nations. And so you work in a way where you don't accept no's, you don't accept mediocrity, you push. And you push because you know you have a backer. You have a backer who's going to work it out for you. And as long as you're following his lead. For sure, if I were to die today, I would feel that my life was worth living because of the work I did in Yemen. The system I put in place to pay cash benefiting over 9 million people. It didn't exist before. There was no blueprint on how to do it. There was nobody to tell you do it this way or that way. I was called on May 2017 to do that. And on that day, I had to pray and ask God, how the heck do I do this? I started with only 2 people and I had 2 months to recruit the people, put everything in place, put the system in place, sitting in Jordan to pay cash, benefiting 9 million people across 333 districts of Yemen, where you had 30 to 32 active front lines every single day. That's a miracle. And I can picture the smiles on faces for people who got the cash for the first time. I remember a man who had his wife on his back and was taking her to get his cash because he said that he was always depending on people in the community for his wife's medicine. And on that day, he was going to get the cash and go and buy his wife's medicine himself. He felt empowered. The pictures, their faces, I still carry them with me. And I did some really dangerous things to fulfill that assignment. I remember one night on the waters coming from Aden, going to Djibouti on those Somali waters, where we're getting a briefing about piracy and the fact that, the response if pirates came on board and so forth. And then I asked myself, what am I doing? But it was all worth it. It was all worth it. And if I accomplished nothing else in my life, that program, that result was huge. And I delivered for the people of Yemen. Wow, today was mind-blowing. So I told you already about my views about temple ministry and palace ministry, and my view about church. My view is that the church is not intended for Sundays. It's not intended only for Bible study and service and the sermon. Those things are intended to build you up to go out into the world and make impact. And I was having a conversation this morning with someone with whom I affiliate at the church level. I was saying to him, we need to make sure the church is impacting the community. And we need to have programs to ensure that. And I get dressed, I come out to the meetings, and I'm expecting we're going to have conversations about what the church is doing in Liberia and so forth and so on. And I'm thinking, sometimes you make donations and sometimes you do some school feeding, some health activities, some medical supplies. I was not expecting that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has a program, has a whole system, a global system of self-reliance, of food security, of promoting maternal health. And I'm not talking about just throwing money here or there. I'm talking about growing cows, milking cows, making cheese, making dry milk, making sour cream, making hot chocolate. You manufacture it yourself. You grow tomatoes and potatoes and so forth, and you can it yourself. And you, oh my goodness! And this is the church. You're feeding the hungry from the ground up. You're not just throwing money at them. It's labor. You're working, you're growing, you're planting, you're preserving, and you're feeding, and you're teaching others how to feed. It's like scripture. You're not only feeding people, but you're teaching them how to fish. Jesus said we should teach them how to fish. And I was like, but this is what I was describing this morning. This is what I was describing this morning. This is church. This is church. This is what church is intended to be. You go in on a Sunday morning or whatever time you worship. You go in, you learn, you get built up because it's not easy out there. You go back out there and you impact. And you come back in and iron sharpeneth iron. And you continue to help each other to grow. And you go back out in the world again. Very imperfect world, very imperfect people. But we should be trying perfectly to serve and to do better. And I was so inspired. I was so inspired. And then to see that on the back end, I used to be humanitarian coordinator, huge humanitarian operations, South Sudan and so forth, and all this work was doing in Yemen. And to see that you are on the other side and some of the food we're giving, some of the hygiene kits we're distributing, it came from you. I didn't know that. And that blew my mind. Yeah. I had never seen the Tabernacle Organ. I haven't seen an organ like that ever in my life, live and direct, only on TV. And to see that humongous, monstrous machine of a, of a piece of equipment, that's an organ. I don't think the average person in the world has seen an organ. And this thing is so huge. Some of the pipes go 32 feet. I mean, and then family search. Never did I imagine I would see my father's face on that screen in that presentation. I was like, where did they get my father's picture? That was hugely emotional for me because I'm still grappling with my father's death after 8 years. Yeah, so today was a day of, I did not expect this in Utah. Never would have imagined a million years I would have had this kind of day, but what a day. Because I got to learn that a lot of what we're trying to do for the people of Liberia, we can partner with you all to do that. Everything from the issue of food security, where we want to empower communities to feed themselves and to preserve food and so forth. You have the capacity, you have missionaries who can do some of that teaching. That's important. You have the BYU, you have the online learning where Liberians can get their certificates and degrees online at minimal costs once they have the IT infrastructure. So I'm going back with a lot. And I'm grateful. BYU Pathway, definitely I didn't know about that before. Follow-on plan is that we'll work with the existing subcommittee we have on education in our follow-up mechanism we have for these kinds of trips. I'm going to have this feed into that subcommittee so we can look constructively at how we now promote this and get young people signed on. I also most definitely will be talking to the Minister of Agriculture and the President about the capacity building for agriculture. Just looking at all the possibilities we have in relation to that. As a follow-up also, I hope to have another delegation come to Utah. Probably the First Lady, our Chairman of our National Investment Commission, probably our Minister of Agriculture, and others come because there's so many companies in Utah I didn't know about before that were in Liberia before. that might be interested to come back. And because of economic diplomacy, it's my responsibility to make sure I make that link for the chairman of the National Investment Commission. So I want to make that link. And because of the humanitarian work you all do, humanitarian response and so forth, I think it'll be good for me to link up the First Lady, because we have flooding, we have massive fires, and we have different humanitarian crises that occur. Our response is not always rapid because we don't always have the necessary support and so forth. Just looking at that piece of it and how the First Lady can engage, and hopefully the President can come next year. That would be amazing. And I hope after that I'll be here in 2034 when you have the Winter Olympics in Utah and I can be here to observe.
That would be great. Not to compete?
No, not to compete. But definitely to partake in the festivities. In general, I leave with this sense of I'm not crazy, that this view I have of what church means and what Jesus intended, that is being lived out in a fantabulous way that I never imagined was happening. I leave with that sense. And I also leave with a stronger conviction and more confidence in the fact that Liberia can be transformed. Just looking at what a church can do from the ground up, it's like building a nation. It's what a nation can do. And we're small enough, we have enough land, we have water, we have the people. Why can't we feed ourselves? Why can't we produce the things you all are producing as a church? I leave from here with more confidence, with stronger conviction in the fact that it's possible. Yes, for sure. God bless you too.
La la